What if silence is the loudest teacher? Don Miguel Ruiz Jr., The 5 Levels of Attachment, full book summary. In a world obsessed with noise, the noise of opinions, of identity, of who we think we should be, silence becomes the rarest sound. Yet, somewhere deep within you, beyond the echo of beliefs, lies a quiet voice whispering, "Remember who you are." This is the voice of truth, the voice that has never been conditioned, never been chained, never been broken. But most of us can't hear it anymore. We've been layered with labels, names, roles, religions, political sides, possessions. Like dust settling on a mirror, these attachments blur our reflection. We start mistaking the dust for who we are. We forget the simple, luminous being beneath it all. Don Miguel Ruiz Jr. invites us to wipe the mirror clean. His teaching isn't about becoming someone new, but remembering who you were before you forgot. The 5 Levels of Attachment is not just a book, it's a path back to freedom. It asks us, how deeply are you attached to your beliefs, and at what cost? So take a breath. Let go of the tension in your chest. As we journey together, you'll see that the self you've been defending so fiercely might not be the one who's truly alive. The authentic self, the mirror without dust. Imagine a newborn child looking into a mirror. The reflection is pure, untouched. The baby doesn't think that's me or that's my image. It simply observes. This is level 1, the authentic self. It's the state of being before the world told you who you are. When you live here, you are free. You act from love, not fear. You experience life without the need to control it. You speak your truth without defending it. Think about moments when you laughed uncontrollably with someone you love, or stood under the rain without caring who was watching. That was your authentic self shining through. No roles, no ego, just presence. Today, take 5 minutes to look into a mirror. Don't analyze, don't judge, just look. See the eyes that have seen joy, pain, love, and loss, and whisper, "I remember you." That is where the journey begins. The gentle breeze of choice. As we grow, we begin to form preferences, things we like and dislike. This is level 2, the level of preference without attachment. You can enjoy your opinions and choices, but you don't let them define your worth. You might prefer a certain football team or a specific way to meditate, but if someone disagrees, you still feel peace inside. You don't need to be right, you choose to be kind. Notice how often you use the words "I hate" or "I can't stand." Replace them with "I prefer." This subtle shift begins to loosen the chains of identity. The breeze of choice can move freely when it's not burdened by the storm of ego. Identification. The mask begins to form. At level 3, we start identifying with our beliefs. I am a teacher. I am a Muslim. I am a vegan. These identities can bring pride and belonging, but they can also create separation. The moment you say, "I am this," you unconsciously say, "I am not that." You may believe that your way of living or thinking is the best. You feel offended when someone challenges it. Suddenly, your peace depends on others agreeing with you. When someone disagrees with you today, pause. Ask yourself, am I listening to understand or to defend? Detach from the mask long enough to see the human behind the argument. The goal is not to be right, but to remain free. Internalization, when belief becomes you. At level 4, the belief system doesn't just influence you, it becomes you. You no longer hold your beliefs, they hold you. You measure your worth through them. You argue, fight, and even suffer to protect them, forgetting that you created them in the first place. Maybe you've met someone who can't accept any idea that contradicts their worldview. Every disagreement feels like a personal attack. But look deeper. They are not defending truth. They are defending an identity built from fear. Take a piece of paper and write down a belief you hold strongly, something that feels non-negotiable. Then ask, does this belief serve my peace or my pride? If it's the latter, loosen your grip. Remember, what you defend owns you. Fanaticism, when attachment controls you. This is level 5, the deepest level of attachment, where you no longer see the world as it is, but only as your beliefs allow. You've merged so tightly with your identity that any challenge feels like death itself. This is the realm of fanaticism, not only in religion or politics, but in everyday life. Think of someone who can't accept a different opinion. Every disagreement triggers anger, fear, or rejection. In truth, they are not fighting you, they are fighting the reflection of their own insecurity. When we reach this level, life becomes exhausting. Every moment feels like a battlefield. We argue with strangers online. We defend beliefs we don't even remember choosing. We forget the simple joy of being human. Ask yourself, if I let go of being right, what would happen? Write it down. Then take a deep breath and imagine releasing that belief into the wind. Feel the lightness in your chest. That is freedom returning to you. The path back from fanaticism to freedom. The journey back from attachment is not about destroying your beliefs. It's about seeing them as tools, not as truths. You can still love your culture, your faith, your path, but without becoming its prisoner. Imagine beliefs as clothing. You can change them when they no longer fit. A wise person wears their beliefs lightly, ready to grow, ready to evolve. Spend one day observing how often you say the words should or must. Each time you catch yourself, pause and ask, who decided this for me? You'll begin to see how many of your truths are inherited, not discovered. Awareness is the first step toward freedom. The art of detachment, loving without owning. Detachment doesn't mean you stop caring. It means you stop clinging. Love becomes pure only when it's free. You can hold someone's hand without chaining their soul. You can dream without being enslaved by outcomes. Think of the sky and the clouds. The sky doesn't chase the clouds, it simply allows them to pass. The same applies to relationships, desires, and emotions. The more space you give, the more peace you create. Close your eyes and bring to mind something you're afraid to lose, a person, a dream, a status. Whisper softly, I bless you with freedom. Notice how your body relaxes when you stop holding on. This is not loss, it's liberation. Awareness, the bridge between illusion and truth. Awareness is the light that reveals your attachments. Without it, you live asleep, reacting, defending, fearing. But when awareness awakens, every moment becomes an invitation to return home to yourself. When someone criticizes you, notice your inner reaction. Do you immediately defend yourself? Or can you pause and say, thank you, I'll reflect on that. This pause is sacred. It's the moment where illusion loses power. Throughout the day, whisper silently, I am aware. Do it while walking, eating, speaking. Watch how it changes your presence. The world slows down. The noise fades. You begin to hear the silence behind every sound and realize that silence is you. The dream of the planet, seeing beyond collective illusion. From childhood, we inherit the dream of the planet, the collective story of what is good, bad, successful, or worthy. We learn to measure our value by the world's illusion, not our truth. But once you see the dream, you can wake up. A child is told, you must become someone important. They grow up chasing titles, approval, and wealth, forgetting that they already are someone. We are conditioned to seek meaning outside, yet the treasure was buried within us all along. Take 5 quiet minutes today and ask, which dreams am I still living that aren't mine? Write them down. You might realize that half of your goals are echoes of someone else's fear. Awareness dissolves illusion. The voice of knowledge, the parasite within. Don Miguel Ruiz often calls the false self the parasite. It feeds on fear, judgment, and self-importance. It whispers, you're not enough, and convinces you to live defensively. But you can stop feeding it by listening differently, not with your mind, but with your awareness. You spill your coffee at work. Immediately, a voice says, you're so stupid. That's not your voice, it's the parasite. The moment you notice it, it loses power. Each time you hear that inner critic, smile softly and say, Thank you for your opinion, but I choose peace. The parasite feeds on resistance, but it starves in silence. The warrior of awareness, freedom through choice. Freedom doesn't mean a life without boundaries. It means conscious choice. A warrior of awareness doesn't fight the world, they observe it, learn from it, and act with love. Every challenge becomes a mirror showing where you are still attached. You face criticism or betrayal. Instead of collapsing into pain, you pause and ask, what is this moment teaching me? That question transforms suffering into wisdom. When you feel triggered, place your hand over your heart and breathe deeply. Whisper, I choose to respond, not react. That single breath breaks the chain of unconsciousness. Returning to love, the full circle. After all the layers of attachment are peeled away, what remains is love, not the sentimental kind, but the radiant state of being that needs no reason. Love is your original language. The journey was never about finding it, only about remembering. Think of those rare moments when you felt pure joy without any reason, when time stopped and everything felt right. That's love revealing itself through awareness. Every morning before checking your phone, place both hands on your chest and say, I begin this day with love. Watch how differently the world responds when you begin with that vibration. Each video I share is a seed of awakening. If you wish to walk this journey together, subscribe now. Your one click helps this energy reach more souls. Before we begin, if you'd like to explore the 5 levels of attachment in its full depth and experience the complete teachings and practices beyond this summary, you can get the book through the link in the description below. Your support helps us continue creating spiritual book summaries and meditations that awaken deeper awareness. Take a breath, feel your energy rise, and remember, you are not learning something new. You are remembering what was always true. When all the layers fall away, the names, the labels, the arguments, the stories, only silence remains. But this silence isn't emptiness. It's awareness itself. The same awareness that watched you as a child, that listened as you grew, that waits even now patiently beneath the noise. Freedom isn't found by adding more knowledge. It's found by unlearning what never belonged to you. Every belief you let go of, every identity you release, brings you one breath closer to the truth. You were never broken. You were only buried beneath opinions, yours and others. The soul doesn't need to be fixed. It only needs to be remembered. So if you take one thing from this journey, let it be this. You are not your story. You are the consciousness telling it. Pause. Breathe. Listen. That silence you hear between each heartbeat, that's you. The path of detachment is not about indifference. It's about intimacy with truth. When you let go, you don't lose, you expand. You stop carrying the weight of the world and start carrying light. Every argument, every disappointment, every attachment has been a teacher, showing you where you still confuse love with control, peace with victory, truth with certainty. True peace begins the moment you stop needing life to look a certain way. True power begins the moment you stop needing to be right. And true awakening begins when you finally realize you have always been free. Each video I share is a seed of awakening. If you wish to walk this journey together, subscribe now. Your one click helps this energy reach more souls. If this message resonated with you and you feel called to go deeper, follow the link in the description to get your copy of Don Miguel Ruiz Jr. The 5 Levels of Attachment. Every purchase made through that link supports this channel and helps us share more timeless teachings of peace, stillness, and awakening. Take a breath, click the link below, and begin your own journey into the 5 levels of attachment. Thank you for watching. If this touched you, please subscribe, leave a comment, and like the video. Let's keep awakening together.